show that, in commemoration of the Thanksgiving holiday, has taken some time to reflect on the things that we really appreciate and are thankful for about wrestling. Do you have one off the top of your head? Because I can start.
Yeah, you go for it.
I think that I'm appreciative of the fact that we are now mere weeks away from the end of the John Cena retirement tour.
That's true.
Even though we've hit a stride,
Mm-hmm.
but even the fact that we've hit a stride kind of punctuates how much water we had tread to get to this point. So I think I'm still thankful that we're just getting to the end. I'm thankful that John's going to be able to walk away, you know, with a relatively good, at least into the stretch. We're not leaving him worse than he came on.
No, thank you, AJ Styles, for that.
Thank you, AJ Styles. You deserve a double retirement
Yeah,
for
I was gonna say.
picking that one up. And I'm thankful for this coming week. Maxie Dupree, Becky Lynch 3 at Madison Square Garden, where I feel like we might have a coronation on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
I used to pray for times like these.
I know. I'm thankful for the nod to Charlotte and Rhea's third match.
Yes, unexpected.
I want to extend a couple thank yous to the women of the AEW's Blood and Guts match.
Let's talk about it. The first one,
Oh my God.
the inaugural Blood and Guts for the ladies.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the only thing I was thankful for that show because that show turned out great. But I think like I think it was clear who like took the trophy for the most entertaining version of that match. I can't even quantify how entertained I was because I just haven't seen anything like that I don't think I've ever seen anything like that from women's wrestling
I don't think
because
I've ever seen Sky Blue more happy in my entire life
Sky
than when
Blue.
she lost 3/4 of her body's blood.
Yep. She, like, somebody that I've never given two shits about. Just, I had my eyes on the entire time just
Yeah.
to make sure she didn't pass out and die.
Leave us.
Tony Storm going straight through a mirror.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what I really appreciated about both matches?
Mm.
Was that they had really great finishes. It wasn't just a matter of kind of, you know, uh, people maiming each other and then eventually just one person is incapacitated and submits and that's just the end of the match. I feel like
There were stories.
yes, there were the end of those matches propelled the stories that they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another thing that I'm thankful for is at the end of the men's match uh, with John Moxley tapping
I'm thankful for John Moxley tapping. What, for the second
because
time?
I think that it might signal at the very least a rift in the Death Riders, and I think that might mean some sort of evolution to the story. And I think there's a chance that once you introduce dissension into that group
Mm.
and make, Moxley kind of I guess you would call it like Edge when he first
Mm.
created the Judgment Day and they threw him out of it. And
Oh.
they had like a mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could start to actually create something interesting with that storyline. So I'm thankful that they've seemed to have seen that they have reached a mile marker and a juncture with this stable, and they're trying to do something new. So,
Yeah.
a lot to be thankful for. I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful for Harley Cameron.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought everybody stood out. Like everybody stood out. There was not one, well, maybe one person that didn't stand out, and that might have been what, Julia
Yeah, but I feel like on balance, everybody
had their part.
really did themselves a favor
Yeah. No, I
with that
think,
match. I don't think anybody left Blood and Guts on the women's side less of a star.
yeah.
What I'm not thankful for the one rare thing I'm not thankful for was that Queen Aminata was injured.
She would have been so good in this match
Yeah, because you know why? She doesn't need a cage. It's blood and guts every Wednesday with her.
every time. It's so real to her.
It's still real to her, Dad.
Oh, and our girl
Who?
who came in at the end, the brutal, the problem.
Marina Shafir, who
She
was
killed
booked
it.
really strong and seems like,
She looked so good.
yeah, and it seemed like there could be, I think she's teaming with Megan Bain
Yeah,
to replace Penelope Ford, who injured herself.
she
Um,
did so good with Chris Statlander
yeah,
with the
yeah,
bed of nails. She just like flipped her off really funny.
yeah, and
Remember?
you know, like, and who's to say, like, Mercedes could beat Chris Statlander and become the new AEW Women's Champion. Totally possible, but if she doesn't, they were tipping a Chris Statlander Marina Shafir feud, which you know, it was
Would have been
not
great.
it was not weeks ago that we were sitting there going like you were saying you were pleading like, can we at least see if there's something
Something.
here? And then we got that standoff, and I was very excited and thankful for that as well.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to really appreciate at this particular period. For me, this after Survivor Series for me kind of begins my road to WrestleMania. I feel like, that's more traditionally spoken about, at least at WWE with the Royal Rumble. But I feel like that those things really start to come together. You start to get a sense of who dance partners are going to be. And I just think that it's a really exciting kind of like pivot point on the wrestling calendar. So yeah, as with that said, though, we have something. It's going to require a little bit of homework, but we have something fun planned for Survivor Series week next week. But this week we have a little bit of a blank, a little bit of a filler week. So I figured the best way to go about this would be to play fill in the blank. I have about 50 or so questions fill in the blank. We're not going to answer all 50. We're probably going to do like what, 10, 20, something like that.
Whatever you want.
We'll see. We'll see how we go along. We're going to do that right after this. Stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Fill in the blank time. Do you want to go first? You have not seen any of these questions.
I like, yeah, I figured I'd keep it like more fun if I,
Yeah, completely blind.
yeah.
I agree. I've written them, but that was days ago, and I've since forgotten about it. So I'm as close to blind as I'm going to be.
Okay.
I remember certain ones, but I don't remember like the order. So I've labeled them 1 through 50. We have a spin wheel here,
Oh shit.
so we're gonna just straight up do Price is Right format with
Cool.
this, and we're gonna get it going. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna spin your wheel. Question 9,
Okay.
which is in 20 years, blank will have a Cena-like retirement tour.
Oh, in 20 years?
Mhm.
Shit, that would require me to know how old everyone is.
You have to project ages. Let's say like
20 years.
15, 20 years.
Who would be big enough to be a Cena level?
Someone who has captured the imagination of the entire fan base and has spent a good amount of their career in the main event scene.
I think Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes will have a
I think he will demand it.
I know. I feel like Cody Rhodes will have like his own like 6 month to 12-month circus.
2 years.
Yeah, because I honestly can't think of anybody else who would like who would put themselves so center. Do you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like I can't see Roman Reigns doing this. I can't see Jey Uso doing this.
No, definitely not Jay.
Like, it's got to be someone who thinks that they are like king shit.
That is someone who I could see having like going for like 18 title reigns.
Yeah, yeah,
Going for it. I don't know, achieving it is another thing, but definitely going for it.
yeah,
I
totally.
think that's absolutely
I
spot
think
on.
Cody Rhodes has to be the like. I even like as I'm going through all of the top talent right now that are in that age range.
Hmm.
I just don't think anybody will have that level.
Do you know who I thought of when I thought of this question?
Hmm.
Rhea Ripley.
I still don't think she would.
Really?
No, I don't think she would want to. She wouldn't want to do any of this. I think she would do the thing that Cena's doing now, where she'd want to have a competition of like younger talent so that she could put them over towards the end. But like, I don't think that it would be like this, like prolonged masturbatory thing. Like, I just don't think any wrestler is at that level other than Cody Rhodes. Like Rhea Ripley, like behind the scenes is like actually like we talked about this, like very like quiet and anxiety ridden, and like she's a character. She plays a character that's like triggered by the music, whereas like John Cena like is probably more of a prick than he appears in the ring behind the scenes. So like
Hear that, John?
I can only assign that to a Cody Rhodes because
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is so like die hard.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer.
Okay.
The only reason I would say Rhea, just to close that out, is that I do think that by the time we get to that point, I think it's going to be so obvious that she is the greatest female wrestler that's ever existed. That there's going to have to be some sort of pageantry to the send off. I don't see her just like walking away.
But not a John Cena level, right?
We'll see. We'll see. Cody Rhodes is definitely a great answer and probably the safer answer.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the one that I should have thought of.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Your turn.
All right, my turn. 42. I don't care if I ever see blank again.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, so many options. You know what? I'm gonna piss some people off here with this one. It's a
John Cena.
hot take. I don't care if I ever see Okada again.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good one.
Here's the thing is like he wrestles sparsely. He is good. He is good in ring. The match that he had with Kenny Omega at All In was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I'm just kind of missing something with Okada, and it's probably the fact that we have not seen any of his New Japan stuff. I feel like that's probably the era where you could really get the full experience. I think I think he fills his role well, but maybe it's just too subtle for me with him. I think that he has an incredible drop kick. I think I think his lariat, his rainmaker clothesline is one of the most protected moves in all of wrestling, but it doesn't look like it should be.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look as devastating as it's booked.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna go. As much as I love the bitch,
That's pretty
as
funny.
much as I love that, it does tickle me.
Yeah.
If you told me tomorrow that AEW dissolved its contract with Okada, which it would never do,
Mm-hmm.
he probably is paid just under Mercedes Moné, I would imagine. Tony Khan would never let him go. I don't think I would mind.
Do you have an answer for WWE?
I don't know if I have one that's like as
Equal?
inflammatory as that. I think on that same level, I would say I don't care if I ever see Sheamus again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were a Sheamus guy.
I think I have to I have to disseminate between being a ex guy and just being a guy that's just like I cannot remember the last time I got excited
No,
for
because
Sheamus being booked on the show.
no, because he's just like he's like the
I like Sheamus. Again,
he's
I
the
like Sheamus.
workhorse.
He tickles me. Okada, same thing. It's just one of those things where it's like when they're up in the next match, I mean, it's just I'm not teeming with its excitement. So this is really that. It's not like I don't believe me. I have questions that more align with the whole like I can't stand X.
Yeah.
This is more of just like if this person, if I read on an Instagram post that this person like has left the company,
Mm,
I would not mind.
I would have no feelings.
What's yours?
Damian Priest.
Mm.
I think I'd be done with Damian Priest. Like without like I don't think if he never showed up again, I would like notice.
Can I do something that I'm absolutely stunned that I'm doing right now
Mm,
and be his devil's advocate?
yeah,
I think I would. I think
mine.
I would mind because, and we talked about this. Um, I don't think that the gimmick is evolving, but I also think that he's trying.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I see someone
Trying.
trying to add, seemingly taking feedback, progressing incrementally, um, but I think he is just a guy that got elevated too quickly.
Yeah.
This is like a common cautionary tale of booking where someone gets elevated way too quickly, they sputter out because they don't have, you know, the juice at the time, and then they go back down to the mid card and kind of get caught in this purgatory, and that's where he is right now, feuding with Aleister Black for weeks and weeks on end. So I think that I would have a teeny tiny bit of remorse for him, just because I know that that dude, to me, seems like he's putting in the work.
He cares.
And he
Yeah.
cares. He cares. Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think I would rather see him make it work than just disappear.
I would like to see him in AEW.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He put Rusev over in the
Mm.
John Cena
Oh, that
tournament,
was kind of,
and
yeah,
that was my official. Just like, okay,
that
if
sucks.
I'm him, I'm like, okay,
Mm.
maybe I just write out the rest of his contract
Oh
and
yeah,
see what's out
you're
there.
kind of making me change my mind now.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
I know. I believe me. I'm shocked that I'm in this
I
position
kind of
too.
appreciate it though, because yeah, like I think you're right about Damian Priest. It's like a shame.
I think it's still possible, Damian Priest. I just think it's he just is in a corner right now, booking wise.
All right, my AEW is Julia Hart.
Yeah,
I'm done with her. I don't think.
yeah. I will not be advocating.
And personally,
No.
I just, there's like the hope that someday something will happen, but I'm not seeing it, guys.
Yeah, I think that with her, I almost would be more ambivalent if not for the fact that she's so clearly modeling her whole shtick and moveset around the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just confused. I'm just like, I just don't understand why that would be what
You
you
do.
would do.
Yeah.
You're the least imposing woman on the roster. Like, I mean, and that's no disrespect, but it's just like in
Yeah.
terms of stature
Yeah. No,
and
it's
it's just like that runs anathema to what the Undertaker's whole thing was. So it's like I don't want to tell people, like, especially like female performer, like what they can and can't do. Like, I think that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just like there's a discordance with her that is just like I just feel like there's a uh, it just needs tightening. It needs constant revision.
it's like the blood and guts match. Like she was the only one that like I'm pretty sure didn't really have any like
Yeah.
standout moments when everybody else like even wrestlers that you don't see very often, like, get their hands dirty, like Harley and,
Yes.
you know, like I feel like she had every opportunity, especially being with Sky, being her main partner. Like now Tekla is just, I mean, it's like those two are just brutal, like just brutal. And like Julia just kind of does what she does really well, which is kind of be off in the corner outside and just not doing anything.
I think that Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa are gonna feud with them, and Tony's gonna do
Her
her
thing.
very best.
To, yeah,
Very best. And I think that the true measure of greatness with wrestlers is their ability to put talent over. And if
yeah,
Tony is able to
do
get some
that.
traction with Julia, then I think that she deserves a Cena like retirement.
Cool. All right. Next one.
All right.
Next one.
Next question. 11.
11.
11. I don't like blank, but I also think I could be wrong.
I already did that one with Damien Priest. We literally just did that with
Answered
Damien.
2 questions.
No, that's actually perfect. That's actually so funny. Yeah, I feel like we.
That would be I don't like Damian Priest, but I think I was just convinced otherwise.
Yeah, you just did that for me. Is this my question?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Do you want
think.
me to spin again?
Yeah, I would say
Do you
that
have anyone else?
I don't like, but I could be wrong.
What if you were just like Brock Lesnar, Chris Benoit?
Who?
Huh? Sorry, folks, we got to go. Is there anyone else?
I don't like
When we
blank.
spin again, I don't like blank, but I think I could be wrong.
I don't like maybe the elite.
Okay.
That would probably be like
Do you
my
mean the Young Bucks?
yes.
Okay.
The Young Bucks.
Well, because the Elite is like it's a whole
I know, you're right.
faction, yeah.
You're right, you're right. The Young Bucks
The
more
Young Bucks.
specifically because I feel like my time in this wrestling world has been really just like cannot stand them. Like they have been awful the
Yeah.
entire time that I've been a fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
And
Not good heels.
it's been so hard to like because like when I kind of I would say like started watching AEW like regularly and interested and engaged,
Mhm.
they were the ones that I mean they might still be, but like they were kind of the ones like taking over the writing and the company, and they were the ones that kind of started this whole like fight with Punk. And I don't know, I just feel like I always like inherently like couldn't stand them. But they're kind of doing this thing now where like I don't know, they're trying to like get people back on their like they're trying to be heels that are like what like they lost all their money and they're
They're
getting
kind of
shit
like
out.
doing the lovable dipshit
They're
thing.
doing the lovable dipshit thing, and I like they've had a couple segments where like they went back to their hometown and they went to like their elementary school. Like I don't know, just like stupid shit that
There
like
are certain clever production things that they're doing with their entrance package and with
yeah.
their little chyron at the bottom,
Yeah.
where
No.
they'll like purposely misspell their names or like
Yeah.
refer. It'll say like talent name.
It kind of gives like a little like of the same like Orange Cassidy thing where it's just
Yeah,
like you know, it's
the
not
media offline
they
aesthetic.
went from taking themselves super seriously to like and I know it's all like planned heel behavior, but like they've planned taking themselves really seriously to being very like unserious and like kind of actually pretty funny. And then when they get in the ring, like they're pretty good. Like
Oh yeah,
the only thing that sucks is that one move that they did on the one that they did on Tony Khan that just like there's like no contact.
the Meltzer driver.
The Meltzer driver.
That's it's one of the worst moves in all of wrestling.
Yeah, like if they got rid of that, I don't know. I think I might be able to I don't think I'll ever forgive them
If
for
I never saw the Meltzer driver again,
right.
I wouldn't mind.
Right. But I mean, come on, it's pretty funny like to watch. Like it's funny to watch. Like it's like botchamania, right? Like every time they do it. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
I'm not gonna say I don't like it because like it's funny to watch, but from a wrestling perspective, like it's not good. But anyway, what I was,
That's the convergence of bad move where it looks like shit and also it probably hurts.
yeah,
Like I'm
totally.
not sure if it's Nick or Matt who does like the flip off of the top rope onto the person, the pushing
Right.
person down in the pile driver, but they land squarely on their like tailbone every
Yeah.
single time from
Yeah.
like a height. So, it's over time that's going to
Yeah.
really pile up for that person, whoever it is. So, if you're going to do that, then you want to have a move that at least looks devastating and
And they do have lots of moves that do. It's
yeah.
just that one is not good. But I think that I'll never totally forgive them for like basically feuding with Punk and then Punk leaving on the what the one day we went to go see AEW for the sole purpose of seeing Punk. He was like fired that evening. So I'm always going to be pissed about that because it was your birthday present.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, the good news is that technically we were there on a very historic night.
yeah, no, totally. And we got to see Tony Khan get booed like complete
Oh, yeah.
like booed to like into the ground. So that was fun. But like
I give him credit coming out there. You remember how he like came out and sat in a chair like he was doing inside the actor's studio?
no, I don't. I feel like I don't remember that at all. I feel
Yeah.
like he was standing.
I think he came out. No, you know what? I remember because I don't think he ever sat in the chair, but they brought out a
Put it
chair
out
for
for
him
him.
to sit
He wouldn't
sit
do
in.
it.
Yeah,
That's so
thought
funny.
it was so strange. It's like this is not a one man show.
That's because he's probably shitting his pants.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, that would be my answer
It's a good answer.
if we scoot past the Davian Priest.
Well, we'll give you credit for that. So
Yeah.
you had two answers. Okay, let's move on. 41. Only marks like blank.
John Moxley. Sorry, this is your
You beat me to it.
shit. Sorry.
You beat me to
Wait,
it.
spin again, spin again.
Only marks like John Moxley.
I feel like I fucked that one for you. Sorry.
Okay, you know what? How about this? You only marks like Riho.
I feel like nobody likes Riho.
I feel like every time she comes out, there's like a disproportionately large pop
It's because she
for
looks like a
Riho.
fucking 11-year-old child.
I don't know what the reason is. I just know that I am always stunned by the reception that she gets.
I know. I thought of her name a couple of times, like ones that like please don't like the question like I don't like this. I wouldn't care if they went away. I think Riho would be
It
another good
just,
answer for that.
you're right. That John Moxley is the only answer to this question.
Yeah, he's a big fucking
Only marks like John Moxley.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna go to you next.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like it's unfair because I said Moxley before you. I feel like you get a
you
second.
were in there quickly.
I know, I'm sorry. I think you get another question because of that.
Okay, and that was 41, I think. Let me take that out. Spin again. 35. I'm too scared to admit that I don't like blank.
Too scared to admit that I don't like. So this would be kind of like because I'm not really scared that I'm not scared to admit anything.
Who would you be like? Well, this is my question. Oh, you know what? I got one. I'm too scared to admit that I don't like the New Day.
The New Day,
The New Day.
like the heel New Day,
Yeah. Just no, 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 no. You know what? No, no. I'm too scared to admit that I don't like the New Day.
like the heel version or the
No,
always version.
no. I'm gonna go with just the New Day.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
But they're fun.
I know, but eh.
Okay,
So
that's a good
okay,
one.
so like here's the thing. I think the heel version of them is definitely
I think it's
it
been
was a
fun
much needed, direly needed evolution.
for them.
I
Yeah,
think comparatively, I do like the heel version of them better.
yeah.
But with the I was a Labs fan during this point when they really came to their rise. So I probably missed like the energy of the rise of the New Day. And
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit that, but like when you see clips of them and they have like the unicorn, horn on their head, and they've got the trombones and the pile of pancakes at the Bootios, and I think that's I think it just really came off goofier to me than I probably would want.
See, I don't mind the goofy. I feel like wrestling like has to have some goofy, but I respect that answer. I think it's a good answer because everybody loves the New Day. Is fine. Their heel turn was so rough on people.
I thought that they did that heel turn was just rough
It was
because of Big E and
big.
of his
Dude,
condition.
one of my favorite things that they did when they did the heel turn though is when Xavier's family was in the
That
audience.
was good. That was good. Like I said, I'm not, but
So funny.
I'll say this though: the best part of that was Xavier's mom.
Yeah,
It
totally.
wasn't the New Day themselves.
No, but they had to plan that. It's not
That's
like
true.
that was all their that was like all of them planning. Like anyway, yeah.
I'm tired of pretending that
Okay.
I like the New Day like in the same way that everybody else does.
Okay, mine's gonna probably be Cody Rhodes.
What?
Mine's gonna be Cody Rhodes. I have always kind of been sleepy on Cody.
Literally.
Cody Rhodes just doesn't do it for me, guys. Like I just don't
I think
feel
you're not.
anything.
The thing is, though, the one I would contest that by saying that I feel like you wouldn't need to feel afraid to admit that in a lot of circles.
No, I don't think so either. I think
This is the great unspoken truth.
I think
Is that
I
we might not all quite. Is that maybe most of us are not into this?
I think Cody Rhodes is really for the kids.
Yeah.
And when he turns heel, that's when I will probably perk up. But I, and I think also too, like he's primarily on SmackDown, and like we don't. I feel like SmackDown just isn't like appointment viewing for us. Like,
We catch the weekly highlights, but
yeah,
especially with it moving back to 3 hours.
it's kind of for me like it's similar to just like he's either at the very beginning, which is either a promo at the beginning or a match at the end, and I am far gone by the
Yeah.
time I get to the end of a SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. I think, I don't believe that you would have to be afraid to admit that. I think a lot of people have that same feeling about him, but something tells me though that that heel run, whenever it starts, and it might never start, is really going to be um, a pivotal moment
Yeah.
in modern wrestling
Oh,
history. Do
totally.
you think it'll happen at Survivor Series?
I just feel like
Do you
they're
think he'll
gonna.
become the head of the Vision?
No, no, I don't think so. I really don't think
It's
so.
wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Why not? It would be perfect.
I think another one, which you would kill me.
Okay.
This is really truly just a woman gut point of view. Paul Heyman.
This podcast is over. Podcast is over. It's a ridiculous take. You're talking to a Paul Heyman guy, okay?
I know, I know. Okay, so I'll say
You don't
this.
come for Paul Heyman, and you
I
don't
will.
come for Don Callis.
I
Okay?
will. I'm not even coming for Don Callis. Don
Good.
Callis has
Good.
made me. He's made me laugh
It's
too
the
many times.
greatest promoter slash painter.
So Paul Heyman, I'm just gonna say that on paper, I really do like. I really do like Paul Heyman because he's a legend, and
Yeah.
there's no way to not like. He is wrestling. He's the ringmaster of wrestling, but I just get the willies from him.
Oh, I'm not. You should.
Like
If you are going down an alleyway at night and Paul Heyman is going
right.
down the opposite way, you should go the other way.
He is a real like I
I'm
just feel
sure he would even say that.
I feel like he is an icky man. Like he is just an icky man. And I get like my skin crawls with him,
He's
you
an icky.
know.
He's an Ickyman.
He's an Iggyman. And here's the thing, I know that's the whole shtick, but like it truly is chilling. Like he is a chilling man.
Yeah.
And I think that like, you know, the older he gets, the more like just melted he looks. Do you know what I mean? Just like
His physiology cannot be like everyone else's because
he's
I am shocked that that man can uh, be as animated and scream and emote the way that he
another
can,
chilling
and not
factor.
just do like a Ric Flair like
Yeah.
heart attack in the ring, you
Yeah.
know?
No, totally. I think when I look at him, I think of just like he is just looking at him as the tip of the iceberg of that man,
Yeah.
you know?
There's been a little more. There's been little more yap than cook with
Yeah.
him
Well,
lately.
because he's old. I mean,
Yeah.
he's really old, and I think he's so confident of his ability in this space that like he doesn't have to go out there with like a planned script. Like he goes out there with whatever the fuck he wants to say,
Right.
and
And
you
he's
know,
earned that.
and he's earned it. But like sometimes it's nice to have a plan.
We got to just go back and look at just some old ECW Paulie Dangerously shoot
Again, I
interviews.
think it's coming from just being like a woman and
Yeah.
like just being creeped out by the kind of man that he is. I don't think it's
Something tells me he would be flattered by this.
100%, you
Yeah.
know, 100%. He's just that Vince era like ringmaster guy.
That somehow slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, that definitely didn't know anything about what Vince McMahon was doing.
No.
Spinning it.
Who, me? It's my Paul Heyman. Spinning. Next question. Question 15. The most important belt in wrestling is the blank.
I'm not good at belts.
Well, how about just tell me who has it?
I think CM Punk has the one that's the
Yeah,
most
I would
important.
agree.
I think that's the most important one.
I think by the end of WrestleMania, it will be considered to be the top prize.
Yeah.
I think it's really just whatever the best story and energy is attached to.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, totally.
So, and I think back in WrestleMania 38, they had a title unification match with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and Roman won. And that's what became the belt that Cody has now.
Mm.
But then they split it again. And they created the World Heavyweight Championship, and they gave it to Seth Rollins. And I always wondered why they did that, because I think that it, I'm okay with having two versions of like the tag team titles, Intercontinental, US Championship, but I really do feel like there should just be one big gold belt. And if I had my way at WrestleMania 42, it would be a unification bout, and we would finally just stop doing this split, because it's kind of on its face ridiculous to have the undisputed heavyweight title and the world heavyweight title. It's like we're splitting hairs. It's a distinction without a difference.
I don't know, dude. I feel like just from like an entertainment booking point of view though, like you have to have two belts for those two groups of people and they really only cross over so like they only cross over for these big like big shows.
Yeah.
I think it's more of an indictment on SmackDown for not making that belt more exciting because like they just keep it on Cody. They
Right.
just keep that shit on Cody. It would be one thing if like
Except when it's on John Cena.
well it's like yeah, it's like okay, like Cody's been against who? Drew McIntyre, like John Cena, like it's been dry. It's been dry with Cody, and that's the reason the belt is boring. Not because of like you know, the logistics. I think it's really genuinely because like there hasn't been good heat with anyone with Cody Rhodes because Cody has just refused to turn heel. And the moment he turns heel, that's going to be like, oh, that belt fucking matters again because somebody else deserves it more than he does. He's let it all get to his head, and now the belt is in the wrong hands, and that's like what's gonna like reignite it. But they just refuse to fucking do it for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. It's the onus is on the booking and not necessarily like the belt
Belt
structure.
structure. I mean, it's just the gold. It's just the gold thing.
But you know, think of it. WrestleMania 42, night 2 main event, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. CM Punk, heel Cody Rhodes, title unification, winner take all.
I mean, that's pretty
That's
sick.
money.
Yeah,
That's
that's
absolute
pretty sick.
money.
Let's give it to CM Punk.
So we agree though, the world heavyweight title is
Definitely.
the top belt. Okay. So let's see how many questions we've gone through so far. Because I think we're
Four.
four.
4 or 5.
So that is 15. 6 total. So how
Oh,
about we
wow.
do 4 more?
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it. It was
All right.
fun.
2 more questions each. I think this is yours.
Yeah.
Your serve. Question 50.
Oh, wow. Was that the last one?
End of the line. Very last one. There's not enough blank in wrestling.
I don't know.
I was for sure that I knew your answer because I came up with this question based off of something that you told me once about the whole Liv and Dom storyline.
Oh, there's not enough romance.
Not enough romance. That was the what was in my head.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna be like, "There's not enough kissing,"
There's not enough kissing.
which some fans would agree with. I feel like there have been plenty of signs where we would be watching like a heated promo and there'd be a guy with a sign in the background. We're just like, "Okay, now kiss."
I know, especially when it's like two male wrestlers who like hate each other. Like,
Yeah, they get real close and they nuzzle each other.
yeah, they stick their noses together a little bit.
They're like, "Come on."
Dom and Liv storyline like moved me. Like
Did a lot of people.
I was moved, and
I think you can make a case that, you know, that sent all 3 of them on a completely different trajectory.
yeah, I think.
The Dirty Dom thing really never got started until that was the match.
Well, my previous experience watching these three was that I love Rhea Ripley, of course. Everybody loves Rhea Ripley.
Right.
Don't really care about Dominic Mysterio, and don't really care for Liv Morgan. And I think watching this unfold, like in front of such a large audience, and like basically like the confidence of Rhea Ripley with like just having her like pet dog,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing Liv Morgan just kind of like slowly move in over weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and you just kind of knew it was going to happen. I feel like I think I had tears in my eyes when they kissed on screen.
You
Like,
did. You did.
and
I remember it.
and this is coming from somebody who has like seen Dominic Mysterio's like wedding photos. Like, I know this is just a performance, but I was on the floor, and I don't think there have been many wrestling moments that have like flattened me
Right.
like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it is romance because like Karrion Cross and Scarlett like bored me to tears. Like,
Romantic intrigue.
yeah, like I think writing in like chemistry between two wrestlers, it's like that blurred lines thing. Like, I think it's like wrestling is such a good place to do that because you really can't tell sometimes if something's real or not because of how like fuzzy the line is.
Yeah.
So like when Liv and Dominic started this thing, you could kind of be like, is something going on? Like,
Right.
even though it's not, it
Right.
really
There
isn't.
was a little bit of um
Wasn't there like
It
heat?
felt like a little transcendence there.
Yeah, there totally was. And like, I don't know, I'm always down for that, but it has to be done right. And it was done right. But yeah, that's actually a great question because that probably is my answer. Yeah. Put a little romance in it. Doesn't hurt.
I have an answer to this.
Okay.
It's not a single word answer, but it is one that I've thought about. So I tell you all the time, returning back to the what you alluded to before with the Young Bucks and the CM Punk thing. Um, the main event that I thought I could have sworn we were going to get at the first All In was Kenny Omega and the Bucks against FTR and CM
Oh,
Punk.
what a dream that would have been.
And we didn't get that. And the reason is because of my answer here, which is that there's not enough, I don't want to say professionalism, but there's not enough ability to just repurpose heat and deal with the fact that you may not necessarily like everybody that you work with. You might hate them, but there's too much of a mindset of if I don't like this person genuinely backstage, my reflex is to not work with them or to avoid them or to, be booked on a different show or to go off on a different angle. But it should be the opposite. It should be that's the exact person I need to work with
Yeah, totally.
because it's already baked in.
Yep.
And I feel like anytime I hear about some sort of real heat between two talent, it's always this strategy to keep them apart.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, like, you remember the LA Knight and Drew McIntyre thing?
Yes, they totally didn't
Where he was,
go
quote,
do
trying to
it.
get his shit in at the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
And they alluded to it for like a brief minute, and then they never did anything with it. And I think it's because, and I'm pretty sure they never interacted again
Yeah,
since then.
because they actually had really.
Whatever that is, there's not enough of people being, there's not enough Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels being like, you know what, those guys hated the hell out of each other, and they worked
Yeah.
multiple matches. Some of the great all-time matches were between those guys because everybody knew that they hated each other, and it added something special to them every time. They
Yeah.
main evented WrestleMania off of that feud, the Montreal Screwjob, countless Raw segments where they were just shooting on each other. I mean, there's not enough of that, and I wish that's the part where like modern wrestlers would understand like that is where the magic is.
Yeah.
It's
No,
the
definitely.
ability to take that real acrimony and to blur the lines like you're talking about.
I really think that's like a very difficult thing to navigate because like people can get hurt and people's careers can end, And like I think if I were in charge of a wrestling company, that would be something I would constantly be afraid of. Is like if you put these two people in a match together and the heat comes, like what is the result of it? Like I think you'd constantly have to be gauging like what the consequences of putting them together would be. But
Well,
I mean, I agree with you though because there have been so many missed opportunities that I wanted to see in the ring. But I think if I were actually in charge of it, like I would be thinking about those things.
the one example we saw was Charlotte and Tiffany,
Yeah,
and a lot of people said that match was not good, but that's only because they didn't get it.
that's true. But like if you were to actually like set Punk loose on Jack Perry, like he probably would have killed him. Do you know what I mean? Which would have been entertaining, but
I don't think so.
he would have Charlotte flared him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he would.
Knocked his
Jack
teeth
Jack
out of his
definitely was
mouth.
leaving with a chipped tooth and
Yeah.
a bruised eye for sure. There's not enough of that, so I hope there's more of that, and
Definitely.
because that's what makes wrestling. One of the aspects that makes wrestling fun. Let's see. So that was my question, and so we'll do yours, and then we'll go back to me, and then we'll do you one last time. So this is the seventh question.
Okay.
All right. So we're spinning.
You should put in like a Wheel of Fortune sound.
Question 7.
Oh wow.
Nice and straightforward. Blank is overrated.
Overrated. Severance.
I was gonna say Seth Rollins too.
Kayfabe
I was
overrated?
hoping you wouldn't say Seth Rollins
Because that was your answer.
because that was my
Well,
answer.
because I think
Speak on it.
I think he's kayfabe overrated.
No, I think it's just across the board.
In general,
Yeah,
overrated.
across the board.
Yeah, I think he is too. I think Lyra Valkyria is my other overrated.
The only thing with Lyra when compared to like the Seth Rollins answer is that Lyra just has the thing about Seth is that he has had multiple instances where they have made him the guy.
Yeah, and I think that there's yeah, like he's had really good moments. Like I love Seth Rollins. I really do. I really like I love watching what he's gonna wear. That's something that's like probably exclusively important to me because it's like part of building a persona and why wrestling is so interesting is like the person that you come out as. And I think Seth Rollins has shown like a very like wide variety there, but like I just am not like I think I wish like I've seen more heat with him. I wish I've seen like more reasons why he would be the top guy. And I see a very like I don't know. I just see a very like normal. I don't know. I just like I can't put my finger on it. It's just like
Well, they positioned
it's not
him
enough.
as two things. One, at the end of WrestleMania when Paul turned in his favor, they were positioning him as a world beater and as the herald of the new future of the company. But it doesn't quite make sense because he's been in, multiple eras of the company
Mm-hmm.
in which he's been also, docketed as like the
The
future. Like when
guy.
he was with Shield and when he had like, the his like heist of the century moment when he cashed in with Money in the Bank and then he did it again with Punk and
Yeah.
he's been given these continuously been given these opportunities to be positioned as like the top world beating guy and it's just I don't think that you can build the whole ship around him,
Yeah.
even though they continue to do so. So, like with the Lyra Valkyria example, like I do think that there's she's probably overrated in terms of like what
The
the
smaller scale, yeah.
how the company books her because of what they see in her compared to what we see in her.
Yeah.
But the opportunities are just nowhere near what they are with Seth, you
No,
know.
but like with her, I think that like she has like I feel like she's botched almost everything that I've watched her in and like she just keeps getting booked and I don't know why really like unless she just works really well with Becky and Bailey and she just keeps getting ping pong back and forth between those two but like
I mean, it helps to be in with to be Becky Lynch's friend, you know.
is that it? Like I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of like with her, I feel like she should have never gotten out of NXT based on what
I
I've
don't
seen.
I don't agree with that. I think that she actually is good in ring. I think that it's everything else. See, I'm almost like the opposite of where you are with her, where it's if you want a good serviceable, rock solid mid card match, like if you give me Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne Perez
Yeah.
and you go, is this match going to be good or bad? I'm going to be, it's probably going to be good.
Hmm.
But if you go, Lyra Valkyria is also going to get on the mic after this match ends,
Yeah.
that's the part where I'm being
Oh
like,
no.
oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's going to immediately negate everything that you built up with the match itself.
I know, but I'll never forgive her for the Becky Lynch match. The one that they did in what was
Yeah.
the one where they like
I don't know, but I think it was SummerSlam
yeah.
with the zip
Yes,
ties.
zip tie one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
Stay tuned on that one. I feel like that one is definitely going to be in our end of the year discussion.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, that's definitely at the top of the list for worst matches that I saw this year. Match that really pissed me off. Genuinely, I just thought it
Oh
was like
yeah.
overlong, a mess. Really overstayed its welcome. didn't really get anybody over except for,
No, and like the thing that sucked the most about it was that they were worked so hard to the bone for like
yeah,
no reason.
yeah, and nobody cared. I mean,
Nobody cared.
it was. I remember that crowd being pretty dead for that.
Well, and I was just kind of watching and like with my mouth open, just like they're trying so hard. It's like I've never seen two women try so hard for no
Right,
no payoff, you
right,
know? And that was what was like so rough about it was like they were really
yeah.
putting their all in, but it just wasn't like it wasn't good. And it
No,
was
that
bad.
was a match that went so poorly that if I were calling it in the ring or if I was Lyra, I'd be like, I think I'm just gonna open myself up
Yeah.
like Sky Blue and Blood and Guts. I'm just like, you know
Yeah.
what? This match is lacking so much right now that I need at least like one takeaway visual, and maybe it's just me coated in my own blood,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
because that was a weapons match. It was like a no disqualification street fight.
Dude, I can't wait to do like worst matches of the year.
That'll be there. Like
Can't
absolutely
wait.
that will be there, and that'll be a very tough match to be for sure.
I can't wait to do that. Okay.
Okay, so Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
that's so interesting. I thought I was gonna have like another Okada level
No.
hot take with that, but
No, I think it's
that also says something. The fact that
I see it. Yeah,
that we're on the same page about it so immediately.
totally.
Let's do two more.
Okay.
So we'll do one each.
Okay.
So this is my final one. Question 4. WWE's top heel in 2026 will be blank.
WWE's
hmm
top heel. Damn, there's
I
so
know
many.
who it should be, but
Like,
I can't say for certain that it will be.
can we one, two, three guess your answer?
All right. How about this? One, two, three. Say it, and then we'll explain
Okay.
where they rest on that
Okay.
spectrum. Okay. One,
Wait, which one? Should be or
the name that comes to your mind most prominently, and then you'll explain why.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One, two, three.
Logan Paul.
Jey Uso.
Damn it. I don't think Jey Uso has it in him to be like the biggest heel.
This is what I think, not what I believe should be. The top heel in WWE in 2026 should be Cody Rhodes.
Oh, well, I like
Should be.
it should.
I can't guarantee that it will be, and it probably won't.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is interesting though because they are positioning him with CM Punk.
I think Logan Paul is a
It seems like CM Punk likes working with him, which I think was not on my bingo card.
Oh, it's because they're both fucking turds.
I just love the idea of like, yeah, I have to choke Jack Perry out, but Logan's cool.
Here's what I think though. I think Logan Paul is like a businessman, and I think CM Punk is a businessman. And I think
Yeah.
I also think Logan Paul just wants to make money. I don't think he gives a flying fuck if he has friends or if he has any accomplices or any team members. Like Logan Paul is a diabolical heel, and I think we're just watching the very
I
beginning.
agree. And I think it's another guy where he puts a little bit more together every time you see him.
Yeah. No, and the only thing I'm afraid of with Logan Paul is that he is going to get bored of WWE and just fuck off. Like that is my only thing with Logan Paul. And like one of the good sides of that though is if he does and he just gets bored of whatever he was doing, he'll come back. Which makes for like a
This is why I don't think that he'll be the biggest heel of the company next year, is because he still is a seasonal guy.
yeah.
I don't
I
see him working like 39, 40
no.
weeks out of the year. And
No,
I think
because
that that's
he's
that's
too
really
rich.
that's the visibility that you need to have like an A-line
No, you're right.
story.
I didn't think about this hard enough. Here's what I think. I'm thinking of guys that like should step up versus the guys that we continue to see cycling. Like
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, yes, of course he should turn heel. Like everybody, that's like duh, like that's absolutely what I want. But
You
I,
don't think they're going to turn Jay?
I I
I think that someone's going to turn at Survivor Series. I don't know who it's going to be, but someone is going to assume the mantle of the Vision.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Jay would be a poor choice. One, I don't think he would enjoy being a bad guy.
Mm.
I don't think, and I don't mean this to sound shitty, but I don't think he has like the depth of a heel.
It's a valid critique.
And I think that they make too much money on his whole
Yeet.
yeet, his yeet diverse.
Yeah.
I don't think they would sacrifice what they have with him doing that.
Mm.
You know, I think if it were up to Jay, I think Jay would want to try something new, but I don't
It
think.
just seems like they're putting him in that position.
I think he'll do heel like things when he wants to.
Okay, so you're saying they're going to make him more of like a tweener to provide a little more depth, but they're never going to do like the full
Right.
plunge,
And
which is probably what the Cody Rhodes playbook is.
I think it would be a poor business choice for them to do that. I think you would have.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'm coming around to this. I think it's one of those things where I'm looking at this from like my viewer storytelling brain
I know.
and just being like, this JO's thing really is kind of sputtering. But I'm sure if you look at that, like the metrics that matter to them, which is just like merch,
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's just like booming.
And the 45-minute like yeet intro, like
Right.
it's just TV time that gets people going and gets people up and out of their seats and it gets the kids going. Like,
Gets people going.
yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take the fun out of something that like has that much energy. And like I hate to shit on that because I think it's a really interesting idea, but I just don't think from like I think maybe AEW would experiment with shit like that because money doesn't fucking really matter to Tony Khan. But like
Well, they don't make any, so that's
WWE would just
it's all his
wouldn't.
trust funds. So
Yeah, WWE wouldn't do it.
yeah,
But
that's true. You're right. You've convinced me with that. But on the other hand, I don't, because of the seasonality of Logan Paul, I don't think
you're
to
right.
me, he will always, which I mean is a shame because I think that for someone who has his toe half in the pond all the time, he still shows a lot of progression from appearance to appearance. So I feel like if he were to commit to like a 40-45 week schedule, I feel like he could. I would be curious to see if he could, be in that role.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's it either. So, I'm wondering if like there's a door C and I go through the list of like, I mean, really it should have been Drew McIntyre.
I know.
But I feel like that ship has sailed.
He is just, it's unfortunate because he's so good, but he just loses too much.
Yeah.
You know, he would be a perfect answer. I would love him to be the biggest heel and like
Maybe it's Gunther, but
no.
that doesn't seem.
I think it's Cody, but
Yeah.
I think entertaining some of these others, like the other one that I had in my head when we were gonna do the 1, 2, 3 was Braun Breaker.
Is he ready though?
Don't think he's anywhere near ready,
Do you know?
but
I think they thought he was ready, and then I think that,
then he started talking.
which for me
His
would confirm that he's ready.
Oh, this is what I was, because like this is the same thing for me, like with Logan Paul. It's like who do I want versus who it should be. Like I want Braun Breaker on the mic, and I want him just running wild like
Dude, why not just
Scott Steiner.
why
Like
not just have him go and let him do Scott Steiner?
yeah, just I mean he doesn't have to do Scott Steiner, but he can just stop putting him in the background. Like he is
Yeah.
so funny.
Too much time in the background, it would make it just would be odd to like push him. I feel like, and we talked about this in a previous episode.
He's too eager. He's like too eager. Like he's so ready.
Well, we
Put me in. He's like his little veins are popping out. He's so ready.
he's all dead.
I'm so ready for it. I want it so bad. He's the future. He's gonna be the future for like the next 6 years.
It's not the future yet, and I think they know that. And like,
Yeah.
and we talked about this in like another episode where I said that I think just in terms of how they've been booked, I think Bronson Reed is actually further along in that journey than Braun Breaker is.
I know, but when they open their mouths, it's not. It's
I
like,
don't know. I mean,
I mean,
it's pretty even to me, to be honest with you.
Bronson Reed has this like dreamy, billowy, like Australian accent that just.
Guys,
I think he's.
on the top heel now.
I just feel like. I just feel like, yeah, I'm not like I don't get like heel energy from him. Plus, I follow him on Instagram, and he's just like a big teddy bear dad.
I'm the trouble thief, so you better play but hit attention.
I know this is the problem with following wrestlers on Instagram because you see them
Yeah,
be
yeah.
cute dads with for their
It's hard to
3-year-old daughters.
it's hard to divest.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but
But do we have an answer here? Because I don't think we do.
I mean, Cody Rhodes is the heel that we deserve because it really that's what's gonna wake up the belt. It's what's gonna make everything more interesting. But it has to be a real fucking heel turn and not just some flirting.
How about this for a compromise answer? I don't think we've come to any clarity on terms of a person, but this is what I'll say. Um, WWE's top heel in 2026 will be established at the Survivor Series. That's my prediction.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay.
I think that right now the vision is too amorphous, and the person that they meant to lead it is on the shelf for an indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah.
And I think that if it's not going to be Bronson Reed and it's not going to be Braun Breaker, you can't just have Paul Heyman as like the head walking out with those dudes.
I know.
It's not enough, you know. Um, Paul Heyman is a supplement. He's not. He's not the engine. You know, you need
So if it's the vision, though, who do you see?
the vision is going to be the world beating faction of the company. Like I don't see them giving up on that, but I don't see them putting Braun Breaker in that spot. I think that someone from the face team is going to turn and join the vision, and they are going to assume the role of Seth Rollins because someone has to.
Okay, if you're talking about taking over the vision, I think the only one is Drew McIntyre. I think the only one is Drew McIntyre. But like, I also don't see that either because he's like, I don't know, I just see him floating all over the place.
Right.
Like, there's no vision.
Right. Is it too late for that, though?
Yeah.
Because it's just.
There's
He
no
had
vision.
2 fights with Cody Rhodes and couldn't get the belt off him either
Right.
time.
Right.
And I just think that if you were going to do it, it would have either been at WrestlePalooza or it would have been at, I think, what was it, Crown Jewel?
Yeah.
And they didn't, or Saturday Night's Main Event.
Do you think Punk would be a heel turn?
I've always said that he works better as a heel.
I mean,
So I don't know.
I think like Paul Heyman and Punk are going to be pretty salty for a while.
I think it would be quite a bit of retconning of the whole previous year to be able to get Punk in the heel role of the Vision. But, you know, like they've been retconning every single storyline of 2025 anyway, so like I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
But I will just say that I really do have a feeling that Survivor Series is going to be when we're going to establish that true head of the table.
Maybe we'll get Logan Paul. I don't know. I can see that more
Could be.
than the
Again, I see it coming from the face team.
Yeah.
I see this as like a straight up bash.
Shocker.
They need their bash at the beach scenario.
Yeah.
You know? I think they've set it up enough to where one of those guys, I mean, hell, you know, maybe LA Knight.
No way. No way. That'll never. I love you, but that will never happen. If it does,
It's the same thing as Jey Uso, where it's like, what else are we doing with him?
But they won't do that because the vision is like a vision.
No.
They have to have a vision. The person that they put in charge of the vision has to have a vision. It can't just be like, I come in every now and then and fuck off for like the next 3 shows.
But you're talking about Logan Paul. Like, Logan Paul more closely resembles that than LA Knight does.
I disagree. I disagree because Logan Paul, at the very least, would fit in that role as somebody who has a vision. Because he has always, even though, again, I'm not a real Logan Paul as a person fan, but he will always be like organized and like a businessman. Do you know what I mean?
All right, well, I'm gonna go like at my own peril. I'm gonna go and follow this thread, and I'm gonna draw the rough roadmap of how you get him there. So,
LA Knight.
LA Knight has been calling out John Cena in promos
Mm-hmm.
leading up to the Last Times Now tournament. He won his match with Matt Cardona on SmackDown,
Uh-huh.
so he's advancing. The finals of that will presumably not happen until after Survivor Series takes place. So, I don't know. Maybe he's on the face team. He turns, joins the Vision. The Vision helps him win the tournament. He's John Cena's last opponent.
Oh my God.
John Cena puts him over.
You're so cute.
This is how you could do it. This makes more sense than Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Oh my
He's
God.
there four dates out of the year.
Dude, I cannot.
Top heel 2026.
I cannot believe you said LA Knight will be the leader of the Vision. Anyway, let's move on.
World beating heel. What's he gonna do? Come out and drink the big prime bottle?
Bro, he's dude, I'm telling you, LA Knight is like not, he does not have what it takes. He does not. I'm sorry. I love you, but he doesn't. I'm sorry. I hope he gets some moments in the sun with this whole John Cena thing.
How will we know if we never do anything with him?
I know you're right. We won't know.
How will we know if we never do anything with
That's true. Well,
Okay.
maybe he just needs to step it up a little.
him? Put him at the plate and see if he can do it. You did with Jay.
They're not going to put him on a plate where somebody just broke their arm and they had to do a complete rewrite. I appreciate the like. I do. I think it's like a very. I would love for LA Knight to like have something happen.
No, you wouldn't.
I really would. I would.
No, you're coming for my boy right now.
No, and this is the thing. I've rooted.
What was the question? If I never saw LA Knight again, I wouldn't mind. That's your answer?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for the record, I do like LA Knight. I just wish there was a little more.
No, I'm not going to accept this backtracking.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for your final question?
Yeah.
Final question for the night. That was a good one. That was the first one where we just straight up didn't have an answer.
I know, that was fun. I like that.
But I do still say that we will find out by Survivor Series. I think that's the main movement. I don't know who it's going to be. It's probably not going to be LA Knight.
Yeah.
But I do think that it would really behoove them to create some clarity.
Yeah.
Coming out of that show.
For sure.
Spin. Question 47. I cannot believe that blank still works at blank.
Oh God. Blank still works at blank.
I know my answer.
Okay, you answer because I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. There's only one answer to this in my mind.
Okay.
I cannot believe that MJF still works at AEW.
I can't believe I didn't think of this.
It's one of the truly baffling mysteries of the professional wrestling industry.
Wow. I'm so embarrassed. I think it's just because it's late and wow, I'm so embarrassed I didn't get this one. Yeah.
It's unanimous, right?
This is the only answer.
This isn't a matter of just like, opportunity, or it's like MJF can create opportunity for
Feels like blackmail.
anywhere that I'm sure that no one has ever had someone by the balls like MJF has Tony Khan.
It's, what's crazy too is he's been nowhere to be found for like weeks.
Right.
Which is another really mysterious thing because
I don't think so. I think that's just top guy behavior,
I don't know, because when you think about it, Edge, Jericho, and MJF have been kind of mysteriously gone from AEW during the John Cena retirement
See,
tour.
I thought you were gonna go with like Edge or Jericho.
Oh, like why do they still work
I can't believe
AEW?
they still working at AEW. Maybe they don't, dude.
Maybe no, I Edge and Jericho are definitely coming back for Cena. But like MJF, dude, that would be crazy.
I think that Tony and him have like a very long term deal. The last I heard,
Well, I'm sure that
and I just
WWE
feel
could. Well, I don't know. Tony probably pays MJF more than WWE would pay him, right? Or no?
I don't know. I think that obviously the answer is yes this time, but I wonder if there will just come a point with him where it's more about his legacy.
Yeah.
Or I could totally see him being like, no, I'm not a mark. I don't really have to be like the WWE world champion. Like like I want to make as much money as I can in this industry without doing with doing as little as possible, leaving with my health, being able to parlay my, on-screen role with AEW to acting and to, being like a, like
Also,
mainstream media presence. And I could totally just see him doing that. And I feel like that's more of his like vision of like he views wrestling as like a springboard. And so that's the one instance in which I would say I can believe that he still works there. But also, like, man, it's just he is absolutely a WWE talent masquerading amongst the AEW locker room.
I just think there's never been.
He's not even masquerading. I mean, it's
It's
just
so clear.
it's so clear, and I feel like he gets heat because of it.
Oh, totally.
You
Like
know,
people know, can smell it. Like,
right?
but there's two things about MJF I've always felt. I've always felt like one, he's really young. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even think we've
it's like
seen.
what 27, something like that.
I think he's younger. Like, I think he's like, well, maybe he's 27. I actually don't know. I thought he was slightly younger than that, but he's young, and so I don't think like we've seen the full like transformation of MJF yet. Like, we've
Yeah.
seen a lot of really great stuff from him, but like,
No, that's one of the most exciting parts is that you feel like there's a whole like two more acts
oh,
to
totally.
go.
But I also feel like he's the kind of wrestler that burns really brightly, really fast. Even though he takes care of himself in the ring, I also think that the dude just puts like his like I think he puts his like heart into it. Like whereas like a lot of the WWE guys, like I think they all really love wrestling and I don't want to like say they don't put their heart into it, but like no one puts their heart into it like MJF, you know?
I
Like
would say like the closest they have to MJF is Drew McIntyre
yeah. And well, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anybody like MJF.
in terms of just a complete heat magnet.
Right. Heat magnet, like, just, like, I've never
Like
seen,
they think Dominic Mysterio is their version of that,
no,
but it's not even close.
no.
It's different stratosphere, yeah.
If they had MJF, he would, in my opinion, instantly be a top guy. Whether or not they would put him at the top,
No, they would initiate him probably by sticking him in NXT just as like a message. Like you're not gonna
they shouldn't.
come over here and just
No,
immediately. They did it with Mariah May, like in Ricky Starks. I just feel like that's
no,
just like their protocol.
but they're not even in the same,
I
like,
know, I know,
stratosphere as MJF.
I know. But if he's coming to them, then it's just a negotiate. It's like a leverage issue then at that point where it's like, okay, well that's just the price you pay to be able to be in front of like uh, 2 3 times the audience that you would be if you were on Dynamite every Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. And it's probably true, but I would be like worried that if he got to WWE, like we would burn him, like his flame would go out because it would be like a lot more intense, you know?
I I eagerly await that day.
Yeah, because it's never happened.
I think since I first saw him in AEW, I've been thinking about the day that he would make the change.
Just yeah, he just wears such a he's just like some of the things that he's done in his promos, like talked about being bullied or like talked about his history with like looking up to other wrestlers, like just
Yeah.
genuinely putting his bleeding heart out there and then still being a heel is like it's a diabolical thing.
I don't think we have a more depthy heel persona in
No,
all of wrestling.
no.
And I don't think people give him enough credit for how much he's rounded that character.
Yeah.
I think he characterizes in very subtle ways, and that that persona has a backstory, and he has like he has his like underlying emotional firmament, and it's so cool in his promos to find. This is just an MJF podcast, by the way, now officially. Like he just drops these little seeds in his promos of that emotional vulnerability,
Yeah.
and then immediately counters it with just like what you would expect, like the brash bravado, shit talking. But it's balanced by the fact that you see where it's coming from, which is just like this like roiling uh, insecurity and fear.
Yeah.
So he's like an incredibly compelling heel, and it's just when you see someone like him doing that, you just wonder like why no one else can.
Yeah. Totally.
This should be a baseline for anybody that's especially in the WWE.
Yeah.
If especially at that level,
Yeah.
truly, if you're the best, I want to see like this is what can we go back to the just there's not enough like emotional nuance in the character building of wrestling.
Yeah.
There's not enough people that are actually sitting down and really ruminating on like their kayfabe persona and thinking of ways that they can actually develop it to make it more compelling and to connect with an audience, because they're thinking about how to connect in terms of presentation, in terms of moves, in terms of work rate.
What's gonna piss everyone off?
What's going to piss everyone off, but like what's going to really connect with people is that when they are seeing your actions contrast with who you've presented yourself to be,
Or
what
how
I mean?
how you became the person that you are.
Yes. Take advantage of the fact that wrestling is just the longest running television show.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the lore.
Right.
And MJF does that. And that's why I say I'm so shocked that he still works for AEW, because if there's one company that rewards, especially now, just them very nakedly being like, we are a storytelling, experience creating company, he is so meant for that.
Yeah.
And I do think that I do think that we will see him in WWE sooner rather than later. I would say like within the next 5 years, I would say.
Yeah.
I would put him there.
God, what better though? Like, honest to God, like if John Cena could get him into the retirement tour, dude,
He was the final opponent.
he would not maybe not the final, but like he would show up and be like this. You wanted new talent, like
Yeah.
did I?
Oh my God.
Did I hear new talent?
John.
Dude,
Oh my God, dude.
it would be. It would be like this is the thing, and that's like one of the reasons like I was so intrigued that one time when I think he was on like the red carpet for the
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw, sorry, not just but he was on the red carpet. John Cena came up to him and like whispered something at him, and then
Yeah.
John Cena like went back and talked about it in an interview and said like, yeah, well, like he's good wrestler, and like would love to see him come to the other side. And it's like, so you guys were talking about it,
I
like
think that was around the time that he was in renegotiation with AEW. So I think there was a little bit of like,
flirting.
and the thing is like, nothing might have come from it, but what WWE loves to do more than anything is to troll Tony Khan. So I
Yeah,
think him on a Hollywood red carpet with John Cena, the
yeah,
biggest star that WWE's ever created, having like a little tete-a-tete unofficially
yeah,
with MJF, who he's currently in negotiation with. probably at that stage was more of just like a thumb in the eye. But you know, I think that once he gets to this once he gets to the end of this contract, and let's say he has maybe like another run as world champion, and you know, it's like he's already feuded with. Let's say he feuds with like, you know, Will Ospreay, Swerve.
He's gone through everyone.
He's already had Hangman, Samoa Joe, like he had a, you know, 60-minute Iron Man match with Bryan Danielson. He's had Kenny Omega. It's just like,
Yeah.
at what point, what does he want to do next? You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
like, just what,
totally.
Eddie Kingston? Like, you know,
No,
it's just,
there's nowhere else
it's
for him
just
to go.
diminishing returns at this point, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
he's conquered the entire company.
I would say that like maybe you have some closure with the booking with the Hurt Syndicate if you wanted to do that, but also at the same time, I don't know, do I need to see Bobby Lashley and MJF in the ring together?
No, I don't.
Right, so
I
it's
don't.
like anything is just kind of diminishing returns, and it's like I always kind of have this standard thinking about booking MJF where it's like, okay, who could his next compelling opponent be in AEW? And if they had a feud, would I trade whatever that feud is for just like him and the Miz?
WWE 2026 biggest heel, MJF.
In my heart, absolutely. But I know for a fact that
Not
he's got a contract that's pretty lengthy, I'm pretty sure. So like I don't think that'll be the case, but I would love for it to be. It would be magical. So
I'm so honored to have brought in MJF into this fill in the blank
I
conversation.
don't think he's made enough appearances in 4 episodes, so we're gonna have to work
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, we should do an entire MJF appreciation
Once he
episode.
comes back around,
Yeah.
we will. Because I did again, like on the mic, in the ring, for a guy that is constantly saying I do the least amount possible for the biggest impact. Like it's also like, but I'm also gonna go 60 minutes with Will Ospreay
Yeah,
on television.
exactly. Or like what I was saying before about just like like the things that have compelled me the most ever since I became a wrestling fan. I can attribute like all like probably at least three of his promos as some of the uh, best of anything I've ever seen.
Tony, I want you to fire me. You fucking Mark is one of the top shoots in all of history.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember that was the first time they played Los Angeles. That was at the Kia Forum.
Yep.
That was right around the time that they were in the middle of negotiating their television rights deal with Warner Brothers. So they probably had Warner execs there.
Oh my
And in
God.
front of all of them, he just shot on the company and then told Tony that he was a fucking mark and that he wanted him to fire me. Just like incredible. Like it's just that is an old school Paul Heyman, Paul E. Dangerously type shoot. And it's just the only way you have that type of latitude is if you can walk away because you know that you won't be gone long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had a feeling we'd be in unison on that one. So, uh, that rounds out our round of 10. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. This was fun.
We should definitely do more of that. But I think the plan next week is we're going to do a little pre-Survivor Series show where we're going to do a deep dive into um, you know, some of the different iterations of that match type over the years and just kind of discuss like what we think the best structure is and for it, and also just kind of what our thoughts are in terms of the event as a member of like the big four, you know,
Yeah.
Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, kind of like I believe it's the second longest running pay-per-view in WWE history. So
Wow.
because that's the case, like it's kind of a surprise because it's almost in comparison to the others, like the one that at least I, you know, think about the least.
Yeah.
So I think we'll have like some form of a conversation about that leading up to Survivor Series. And then the following week will be this year's Survivor Series War Games, so that we'll talk about that. LA Knight will become the leader of the Vision by that point, and you'll have to say sorry to me in front of all these people.
Yeah, Jey Uso will be the top heel of the company.
It'll be between him and LA Knight for top heel in the company. They'll have like a ladder match.
Two goobers going against each other.
Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet.
Vision.
Vision. So we're gonna go and get going. So thank you again for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.